Okay, example 4 is the hardest thing. We're converting back and forth between decimal degrees and degrees, minutes, and seconds. So when you see DMS, or if you ever see DMS, so degrees, minutes, and seconds. Okay? So the conversion, here's what I want to do. Okay? Let's do a couple of quick examples. Okay? If I said 2 hours, and I wanted to know how many minutes that was. Okay? Or if I said 120 seconds, and I wanted to know how many minutes that was. Okay? 2 hours. 2 hours is how many minutes? 120, is that right? Yeah. 120? Okay. Mathematically, how we got there was you multiply times 60. Is that right? Yeah. 120 seconds, how many minutes is that? That's 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes. And mathematically, we got there by dividing by 60. That's pretty much all there is in these conversions. Okay, now I know we're not using hours, we're using degrees, but they behave pretty much the same. Hours and degrees kind of behave the same way mathematically. But what's going to happen is either you're going to multiply by 60 or you're going to divide by 60. That's pretty much it. And so you have to think it through. Sometimes you're not going to know which one until you actually think about it. You got to think it through and figure out if you need to multiply by 60 or divide by 60. Okay? So let's think about it. Let's say if we were going from seconds to minutes. Okay, from seconds to minutes. You got to divide or you multiply. Okay, good. So that's divide by 60, right? Divide by 60. You might want to write this down in the margin or something like that. Might help. Okay. If I was going from minutes to hours or degrees, say hours or degrees, what would I do? 120 minutes would be 2 hours. We're dividing, right? Divide. Okay. So what if I said we went from seconds all the way to hours or degrees? What ends up happening this time is we're dividing by 60 twice. You'd have to divide by 60 and then divide by 60 again. So in essence, what that is 3,600. Well, you'd end up dividing by 60 twice or dividing by 3,600. Okay, so then what if we go the other way? Okay, what if we go from hours or degrees to minutes? Okay, 2 hours equals how many minutes? 120, right? We got that because we multiplied times 60. If I went from minutes to seconds, from minutes to seconds, 3 minutes is 180 seconds, right? You're multiplying by 60. And if I went from hours and degrees all the way to seconds, skipped over the minutes and went straight to seconds, I'd have to multiply by 60 twice, right? I'd have to multiply by 3,600. That's really it. It's going to be one of those things, okay? When we do one of these conversions, the hardest part of today's lesson is going to be one of those things. Divide by 60 times 60 or divide by 3,600 times 3,600, okay? So, keep that out. Maybe that'll help you when you have to do one of these problems on example 4. Okay. So, convert 78 degrees, 8 minutes, and 14 seconds, part A. 78 degrees, 8 minutes, and 14 seconds into decimal degrees. Okay? So we're changing 2 degrees. All right? Well, I already have 78 degrees. 78 degrees is fine, and the answer is going to be 78 point something. I already know right now the answer is 78 point something. It's really this minutes. This minutes, I have to change minutes into degrees. And so did we have that? Minutes to degrees. We're going to divide by 60. Okay? We're going to divide by 60, right? And here I'd have to change this seconds to degrees. Seconds to degrees. Okay? Where is that? Seconds to degrees. Divide by 3,600 there. Okay? So what I'm going to do is divide by 3,600. Okay? I'm going to want a calculator. Okay? So let's have a calculator out. And what I'm going to do is just add those parts. Okay, 78 plus 8 over 60 plus 14 over 3,600. Okay, 78 plus 8 over 60 plus 14 over 36. Okay, now notice the directions tell you to round to the nearest thousandth place. Round to the nearest thousandth place. Remember I told you the answer was going to be 78 point something. 78.137 degrees. There's your answer. I just converted from degrees, minutes, and seconds into decimal degrees. What you started with is exactly the same thing as 78.137. Now our brains, for some reason, understand 78.137 a little bit better. We can visualize that. It means the same thing. So part B, we go the other way. Okay? Part B, they give us 34.817 degrees. And we want to end up in degrees, minutes, and seconds, DMS. Okay? Well, we already have the degrees part. Okay? We already know it's going to be 34 degrees and something. 34 degrees and change, right? Okay? We need minutes and we need seconds. That's what they want. Okay? So think about what we have here. 0.817 is in degrees. So right now what we need to do is we need to convert that 0.817 into minutes. We're changing 0.817 degrees to minutes. So let's go, where are we at? Degrees to minutes. Degrees to minutes over here. Degrees to minutes times 60. Degrees to minutes times 60. So what we will do is we're going to take that decimal part, that 0.817, and multiply by 60. Okay? That was 0.817 degrees. So take that times 60. 0.817 times 60 is 49.02. 49.02. And that's minutes. So at this point, I have my minutes. That's 49 minutes. Okay, but I don't have seconds. Okay, so you have to think about this. What I want to do is I'm going to take this 0.02. Notice that's 0.02 minutes. That's 0.02 minutes. And I'll change that decimal part, that 0.02 minutes into seconds. Okay, so how do I change minutes to seconds? Right, minutes to seconds times 60. Notice it's easy to want to multiply 3,600 in this case, but we're only going from minutes to seconds. And so that's times 60 there. We're going to take the 0.02 part, the 0.02 minutes, multiply by 60, and that's going to get seconds. 0.02 times 60 is 1.2, and there's your seconds, 1.2 seconds. So your answer is going to be 34 degrees, 49 minutes, 1.2 seconds.